Hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome to class. Welcome to class. Please let them know that we are live. Someone should say something on the group chat and let them know that we are live so we can start. Sorry for the whole delay. The network here has been very slow and sluggish. Okay. All right. So someone should let them know in class that we have started. Hi, Chapel Media. I'm excited that you're here. Thank you so much. Welcome. Wow, you're in class. I'm excited we are here. All right, so we are starting immediately because we are already behind schedule, okay? So I think we're going to have to use the slide. I wish I could. Okay, let me include my face so we can also see me as I talk. Okay. So I really wanted to use my system to do this night, but the network has not been allowing the system to be stable. Okay, network has not been stable in the system, so I will just have to use my phone and will have to be very fast. So welcome, David. Thank you, Chukwebuka. Okay, you're here. You're welcome. Chapel Media, I don't know what your real name is. I don't know that you are so I can address you by your real name, not by the name of the channel. Okay. All right, so I need someone to please type in class and let them know that we are live so they can all join in. Let them know we are live so they can all join in. We're already behind schedule and we have to start. Okay. All right, so today we are looking at the ABC of copyright. You are so welcome. All right, so we're going to run now, but before we start, I need someone to tell them on the group chat that we are live. Since I'm using my phone, I can't type there. I would have loved to use my phone to type it since my system is not connecting. I would have to just stick with us here. Okay. All right. So let's kickstart the ABC of copywriting. Let me increase my screen. All right, so the ABC of copywriting basically deals with the fundamentals of copywriting. Okay, so we get to know the basics, the fundamentals of copywriting, and we get to know what copywriting is all about, really. Okay, so whether you've known about copywriting before now, whether you have not known anything about copywriting before now, this class is going to help you understand better what copywriting is all about. Okay, so if it scatters, if the screen scatters, please forgive me. It's actually arranged in my phone, but I think exporting it from the phone to YouTube gives it a whole different dimension. So it organizes it a bit. So please bear with me. I'll definitely work on that for the next presentation. All right. So let's get into it. So the ABCD of copywriting, these are the things we're going to be considering. We're going to be studying what copywriting is, how we can become a copywriter, how we must start building our skill to become a professional in copywriting, how we can start monetizing our skill as well, and how you should write your first copy. Now, I'm excited about this first class because it gives a whole overview of what the whole copywriting course is all about. And so if you really pay attention, every other thing that we're going to be learning is going to make sense to you. Okay, so follow each step, especially how you're going to write your first copy, because that is what we are, that's what we are here to learn. We need to know how to start writing the first copy. And so on this first day, I'm going to give us a hint in that on that particular subject, so we can start painting a picture of what a copy should look like. Okay, so the first question we're answering is, what is copywriting? Now, if you already know what copywriting is, I want you to type on the comment section what you think copywriting is all about. Okay, before I start giving you my own definition and the internet's definition about copywriting. So to you, what is copywriting? If you've ever heard about copywriting, if you've ever studied copywriting, and if you've ever come across that word copywriting, let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are. What is copywriting? I want us to be lively and energetic, so make sure you're typing fast. your hand should be on your keyboard all the time. I mean, throughout the class, because it's going to be interactive. I don't want to be talking alone. I need to make sure that we are with me. You're with me, okay? So I need to be seeing our comments in the comment section. How I wish my system can connect. It's going to make it easy for me this night. All the same. So let me see your comments on the comment section. What is copywriting? Should I give a prize to the best answer I'm going to see right now? Okay, I see you, Chukwebuka. You're live with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Amarachi is here from Abuja. Oh, wow, you're welcome. Okay, Chibiza says selling with words. I love that. I love that. It's straight to the point. Selling with words, and that is accurate. Let me hear someone else say something about copywriting. What is copywriting to you? When you hear copywriting, what comes to mind? It's okay if your answer is wrong. Nobody's going to laugh at you, trust me, okay? It's good to know what your mindsets are so we know how to correct it. So to you, what is copywriting? So Chibeze says selling with words, and he is totally right. Copywriting is selling with words. Though it's not encompassing, but it's definitely correct. You're selling, and that word is very important in copywriting. You're selling, and then the second part, word, is also very important because you're selling with words. You're not just sitting in a shop waiting for people to come in and say, please, I would like to buy a computer. No, that is not what copywriters do. We sell, but then we are selling with words, okay? So that is totally correct. Any other person? Okay, if you have anything to say, just keep typing on the comment section. I would definitely see it and read it out. I think I should project what he wrote. It should be on the screen. Yes. Thank you so much, Chibueze, for that beautiful answer. So copywriting is selling with words. Now let's get deeper into that and get to know more about what copywriting is all about. All right, next slide. Okay, so this is a brief introduction. During the last few years, content has been a necessity for any modern brand, and I really need us to understand that, because everything is going to social media, everything is going to the internet. There is a whole new transformation. If you remember what happened in 2020, where everything was locked down and businesses had to move from offline to online, and that is the century that we are in, and we have to take advantage of that. So in this past few years, content has become a necessity for modern brands, because you need to create content online to sell your products. And there is this famous quote by Bill Gates, said content is king, and that's just the truth. If you're online, if you want to sell in this time where lockdown can happen anytime and everybody's inside their house, and you want to survive, you want to make sales, you want to make more money, then you must understand what content is all about. You must know content, you must master content, you must master how to sell with content, okay? All right, I will reach. Okay, so Forbes, oh god. Okay, so Forbes recently reported. Forbes is one of the known sites where you get any information you want to learn about money, business. Okay, they carry the best news. So he reported that if you want to be successful in the online space, the only essential skill is to be good in copywriting. And that is why I love copywriting. That's actually why I ventured into it. Aside the fact that I was into medicine, and medicine is also a very lucrative business, a good career that will make you money. But I also wanted something that would make me money online, okay? And so copywriting is one essential skill that you need, no matter what you're doing online, no matter what you're selling online, no matter what you're involved in online. You need to know or have a knowledge about copywriting. Okay, businesses pay copywriters huge amount of money in order for them to write copies, because that is an essential part of any online business, and not just online business. It is used even offline. Okay, the newspapers you read, the billboards you see, all those words are put together by copywriters. That is how important we are. I want to begin to have a picture of who you really are, or what you're actually planning to become, because it's going to help you know even how to price, how to charge, how to close deals. It's going to help you know how to be an effective, a very good copywriter. Okay, so begin to understand and have this picture of what copywriters are and what we do. So companies are always looking for copywriters to hire them, and they pay them an annual salary of approximately $47 in average. Okay, an average copywriter earns $47,000, and then 80% of copywriters will earn between $35,000 to $55,000, okay, per year. This is just per year. We make lots of money. So who doesn't like the sound of money coming into their alert? You should know that you are that powerful, okay? You are that person that can easily make money, in a twinkling of an eye, okay? And it can happen when you're in your room. You don't need to go to work. You don't need to work 5 to 6. You don't need to be a boss of your own and still be making your money, okay? That is a quick introduction that I just had to give. We all love the sound of money, and it should make us work towards it. So now, what is copywriting? Copywriting is the craft and the field of writing persuasive messages that inspire people to take action. Now, I want to take, sorry, forgive me if I talk very fast, it's because you're already running behind schedule, and I really want us to cover up everything we have to cover up before our time hits. 10, okay, before we hit 10 p.m. So forgive me if I talk fast, just pay attention and make sure you're grabbing everything. If you have any question, note it down to ask. If you have any confusion anywhere, just also note it and then you ask it as well. So copywriting is the craft and the field of writing persuasive messages, and that word persuasion cannot be removed from copywriting. No matter what you do, you're persuading people to take a particular action, okay? You're using persuasive messages to inspire people to take an action. Okay, imagine that I come and I finish giving a wonderful speech and everybody claps for me and say, oh, wow, I'm a good orator. And then someone comes and says the same thing I say, but in another way. And then people are taking action. People are not just clapping, they are buying. What makes the 2% different? The 2% are different because one used the copywriting skill while the other person just made a good speech, okay? So copywriters are not just the best educators. Copywriters are not people who, maybe professors who went to school. There is a skill, there is an art, there is something you must learn that will help you convince people, okay, to take an action. That's what copywriting is about. You must persuade people to take an action. Now, it's also the act and occupation of writing text for the purpose of advertising or other form of marketing. So you're using text, you're using words, whether handwritten, whether typed, whether in flyers, whether in billboards. You're using those texts as a form of advertisement and also as a form of marketing. Okay, so that is what copywriting is about. Now, what is a copy? We call the product that we write copy. Okay, copy is like our product. A copy is what we are selling, basically. Okay, it's not like a physical let's say a physical product that you're selling. It's not like a tangible product like this, okay, but it's a written product. It's a copy and it's our product. So what is a copy, or what is a sales copy? It's a written content that aims to increase brand awareness and ultimately persuade a person or group to take a particular action. So that thing you're writing for that business, that thing you're writing in order to persuade people to take an action, is your product and is what we call a copy. Do you understand that? Okay. Now, who is a copywriter? You and I that are in this business of becoming copywriters, who are we really? So, for example, look at this man, this handsome man that is sitting on this chair and is writing. He is a copywriter, and he is the person that provides words for a variety of assets, including web pages, blogs, articles, art, social media posts, emails, and lots more. Okay, so we use the medium of writing to inform, engage, impact, and persuade our audience. Now, I want you to understand that copywriters can work anywhere. We can work anywhere. That's what makes our work. That you shouldn't be looking for work. Work should actually be looking for you, because there are several opportunities. There are several places that we can work, and we are looked for. Okay, people are actually looking for us. Many people cannot do what we do. Many people cannot do it the way we do it. Even if someone picks up their phone and begins to type to advertise their products, they cannot do it the way we do it, because we know the skill. Okay, so copywriters, we can work, we can write web pages, we can write blogs, we can write articles, we can write ads, and we can write social media posts and emails and lots more. Okay, and we are doing that to persuade our audience to take an action. So we are also those that create necessary messages for businesses and organizations, and it could be with the intent of selling or promoting a service or a brand. Now, I want you to know that you can learn copywriting for yourself. You can learn it for another brand. You can learn it to just help your business. Okay, so instead of you employing a copywriter to help you sell your audience, you would be the one to do it yourself. You can also learn it to work under other businesses, maybe work under a corporate body. Okay, you can learn it for several things. You can learn it for many things. So it's all encompassing. It's all encompassing. Now, what do? We create blog posts. Okay, as we are learning this, I want you to begin to focus your mind on where you want to niche down to if you are not already a copywriter, okay? If this is just you starting copywriting for the first time, this is you wanting to learn a skill and earn money from it, begin to look at these things that we are talking about and see which one interests you. Which one would you like to do? Which one do you have interest in? Which one would you love to do for the rest of your life or for a period of time as you're starting, okay? Would you love to write a blog post? Would you love to write ads? Would you love to write sales pages? Would you love to write podcasts on TVs or radio stations or flyers or emails or even social media posts? What will be your interest? It's going to help you to niche down to a particular area that people will know you for. Personally, I'm a health copywriter, and I would prefer to write health related copies, okay, because I have a basic knowledge about health. I have as a medical doctor, I am, okay, so it's going to be easy for me to now use my copywriting skill together with my medical background to write a health copy for people, okay, for organizations. So I prefer to write health copies, though I still write other type of copies, but I prefer to niche down to health copywriting. So let your mind begin to go down to the area that you want to niche down to, where you want to make noise, where you want your voice to be heard, where you want to put in your whole skill and your whole mind to. So from a social media post to a landing page, we do that. We write websites, okay? We write website copies for people. If someone wants to start up a website or has a website and wants to write content in that website, they can call you as a copywriter to do that. That's what you do, okay? That's what we do. So choose whichever one you want to do, whether you want to use it for your personal business, whether you want to just use it to grow your business or grow someone else's business, or you want to use it to make money by writing for companies, by writing for organizations, writing for small businesses around you. You could do any of that as a copywriter, okay? Then also, if you're into arts, if you studied mass comm, it's also very good because it's going to help you to get clients even as a mass communicator, okay? So we also write copies for sales pages, emails, social media ads, video sales scripts, even as a, let's say you're an actress, okay, or you work with Hollywood, or you work with any video company, any movie company, they can also employ you to write scripts for them and they pay you. These are all the many things. I mean, there are many job opportunities out there for copywriters, and you shouldn't be looking for a job. You'd have many options to explore, okay? So far, so good. Are we together? If you understand me, I want to say something in the comment section so I'll know that we are together, okay? So copywriters also write direct mails, okay? The direct mails you get on your pages, you get on your email often and on from, maybe you just enter the website and just added your email somewhere, somehow, because you want to open up a particular site, and they save your email and they begin to bombard you with different emails telling you information about their company, telling you what they want to do, if I'm teaching you and giving you information, and then at the long run asking you to buy a product or click for more information or join a class or buy a course and stuff like that. It's actually copywriters that do that. And some of those things, if you actually pay attention to it, if you are someone that reads your email, you find that those things are quite intriguing and can convince someone to buy a product or to click the link or to take whatever action they want the person to take. So these are the work of copywriters. We also write about pages. People can get you to write about pages for them. This is one of the things I've also written for someone, and I got paid for it. She wanted a write-up about her, and also a write-up about a book she wrote, and I was able to write a summary of that book and about her. Okay, I've also gotten someone that, but that one wasn't a paid job, where I also write a summary of a book for someone and gave her. And that is what copywriters do. Okay, so people can get you to just, I'm hooked. Okay, they can write. You come into play, you write it for them, and you get paid. It's just writing, guys. It's just writing. Then you also have your lead magnets and case studies. Copywriters do that as well. Okay. So every single business needs a copywriter, a solopreneur, a marketing agency, even the smallest business in your neighborhood, your friend that has a shoe business, that has a visuals business, that has a fashion business, all of them need copywriters. Whether or not they know about it, they do. Okay, and now that you are informed, even if they are not informed, even if they do not know that they need a copywriter, now that you're informed, it could be an opportunity for you to make money So you just reach out to them and say, I am a copywriter and I want to help you to make more sales for your business. Permit me to write a copy for you, and you pay me for the work, okay? Or you pay me for some number of persons that get to patronize you from my copy. So that way you're making money. Now, if you hit the jackpot and then get that kind of contract with a big company that is earning so much money, and your copy gets to make more money for them, that is how you're becoming a big boy, guys. That's how you become a big girl. So there are many opportunities out there for you to explore. Market agencies, small businesses, enterprises, non-profit organizations, even online retailers and affiliate marketers need copywriters. Now, I know that you would definitely know an affiliate marketer in your environment. You definitely know your friends that are affiliate marketers. You can just tell them, okay, I know you want to sell a product and you want to make money from it. Let me write a copy for you. As an affiliate marketer, I write a copy and let's see the conversion rate. If that copy converts so much money or brings in so much money, of course, you're going to be paid for it as well. So for each copyright for the person can get to pay you for it. For each conversion it makes, the person can also get to pay you for it, depending on the contract or the agreement you have with this person. So these are the different things that we can do as copywriter. That's why marketing is very important, because you need to know how to market, know how to strike deals, know how to close deals, and know how to, close that business deal with someone and get paid for your work. So we have different places that we can work, and we have different people that need us. Okay. All right. So how do I become a copywriter? That is the next question. How do you become a copywriter? If you follow through the explanation of copywriting, copywriter, what a copy is, who needs a copywriter, if you follow through that explanation, I want to see your comment on the comment section. What did you pick? What did you not pick? What did you understand? What are the questions you have? I want to see our comments on the comment section. Okay, so let's go. Before we get to how to become a copywriter, I want to see our comments. Okay, so David said copywriting is just putting few captivating words to drive leads for products. That is beautiful. Okay, putting captivating words, that word is it's good. Captivating, the word captivating, and you're using it to drive leads for what? For your products. That is perfect. A perfect explanation of what copywriting is all about. All right, so far so good. I believe we are together. If you're still with me, I want to say I am with you. If you're still with me in the comment section, please say I am with you, so I know we are together. We are getting to the more interesting part. How do I become a copywriter? I mean, it's very important for you to know how to become a copywriter. I mean, why are we here? Why are we here if not to become copywriters? All right, so let me hear some comments in the comment section if you're still with me. Say I can hear you, or I'm still with you, or I'm following, or I'm lost. If you're lost, please say something. Let's know how to find you. Okay. Okay. Some people are saying they have classes to attend. No, you have to stay to the end of this class. So we're almost done. The agreement was 8 to 10. So you'd have to stay until we are done. All right. Kits Mad said he's with me. All right. Glad you're with me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So let's hit the next session. How do we become copywriters? Okay. So basically, I'm going to tell you what you don't need and what you need. How do I become a copywriter? What don't you need? You don't need a capital. You don't need a university certificate. You don't need an expensive laptop, and you don't need to be a creative genius to be a copywriter. Now, I want to correct this misnomer in your mind. Okay, someone that is coming out from secondary school can actually become a copywriter and earn so much from copywriting. Someone that has never been to university or the first university can be a copywriter and make so much money. Many dropouts are copywriters and they are making so much money. So you don't need to have a capital. That's another thing about this business. You need to have zero capital. You can start with zero capital and you earn so much. And it's rare to find businesses like that. Okay, things like affiliate marketing is also a very good. It's also a very good business where you can start with zero capital and you earn, especially if you're using the stake cut platform. Okay, copywriting is also another important business that you don't need the capital to start. Okay, what then do you need if you don't need the capital and you don't need a laptop? But basically, you just need your phone. Trust me. Your phone is the first and most important thing you need as a copywriter. You need a good device, okay? You need access to internet. And if you're watching me right now, that means number one, you have a good device. Number two, it means you have access to internet, because that's the only way you can be hearing me right now. Now, number three, ability to express yourself in simple English. And if you can hear me, if you're still here and you're understanding everything I'm saying, it means that you can hear English, and that means you can also speak English, okay? Now, the fourth thing, which is the place I want to lay emphasis on, is you need to have passion. You need to be passionate. You need to be disciplined, and you need to improve your skill set. This is where most of us miss it, because, okay, we have a good device, we have access to internet, we have the ability to speak and express ourselves in simple English, but we don't have the passion to learn the work. And we just get to give up early. So, okay, this is too hard. How will I sit down and be thinking of what to write? How will I go and start doing research to write? I mean, what easier work can you ever do more than that? Is what work can you ever do that is easier than copywriting? I mean, copywriting is so easy, and you're starting with zero capital. Okay, so you need to be passionate about it. You need to be passionate about it. At some point, I wanted to venture into copywriting back then in 2019 and early 2020, but at some point I was like, no, this is too much. I don't think I would have the ability to combine it with my education, my academics. And so I gave up. But after some months, I was still broke and I needed a source of income. I needed to make money. So I had to just put my mind to it and say, yes, I must learn this copywriting and I must make money out of it. So you need the passion, you need the discipline, and you need to keep improving your skill. One thing about copywriting too is that you can start earning even on the first day that you're learning. You can start earning. You just need to understand this skill, and then you can start learning from the first day you start learning. Okay, so you just need to put your mind to it. There's no business you're going to start that is going to just blow all of a sudden. It takes time, it takes patience. Over a long time, over a period of time, you begin to reap the harvest of it, and over a longer period of time, you find out that it actually paid off, that you're now comfortable. You don't even need to do anything again. The money is just flowing in. Copywriting can make you the coolest money that you can ever think of, that you can be sleeping and money is pumping into your account. So you just need to be passionate about it. You just need to learn to improve your skill. You just need to be disciplined, and then you learn the skill and then you earn from it. Okay, now you also, what are the skills that you need to become a copywriter? You need a good grasp of spelling. You need to learn your punctuation, and you need to learn your grammar. You need to have an eye for detail. I really want us to pay attention to these things, because some of us do not pay attention to details. For example, the assignment I gave in class today, I told you, go on your social media platform and advertise your matriculation. Some of us did not do that. Some of us that did just posted the picture alone, but that was not the instruction. As a copywriter, you must pay attention to detail. Your client is going to tell you, I want so and so thing. And as a good copywriter that wants to make money and want to retain your client, you have to listen to what your clients are saying, and you have to pay attention to every single detail and follow instructions. Okay, so learn to follow instructions. Some of you also need to learn how to arrange your work, how to punctuate, how to spell. All these things are very important, because if you're writing a copy that people can read, they need to read things that are legible. They need to read things that they can understand. They need to read things that are well punctuated. Okay, so you need to learn to punctuate very well. You need to learn to spell well. Now, it's okay if you have an issue with any of these things before now. By the time we practice in class, by the time you start writing your first copy and I'm making corrections, you're definitely going to improve. I mean, you can't be under me and you not improve. It's not possible. Except you just decide not to improve. But you can't be under me and you don't improve. So we are going to be practicing. You're going to be learning. You're going to be learning how to punctuate. You're going to be learning how to spell and how to use the correct grammar. Okay. Now you also have to be curious. If you want to write a very good copy, you need to be curious. You need to have the research skill, because number one thing you must do as a copywriter is to do your research. You must do your research first before you write any copy. You won't just wake up and say, okay, I want to sell a pen and I want to get 100 customers to buy this pen. And so I wake up one morning, I pick up my phone and then I start typing. No, you're not going to give an effective, you're not going to persuade people effectively. You will need to make your research. What are the things that people use pen for? What are the benefits? Why would someone wake up and want to buy a pen? What is that pen going to do for that person? What are the problems that people have selling pen? What are the problems that people have using pen? The reason why up to today people will still prefer big to any other kind of pen is because big hardly seizes. Okay, big can fall to the ground. I mean, not the counterfeit, because we have counterfeit big. Big can fall to the ground, it will not stop writing, it will keep writing. Other pens, once they fall to the ground, or they usually have issues here and there. Now big will always stand out because it finds out the problem that people faces when they use other kind of pen, and they make their own outstanding. Now, is the research that is going to help you to do that. You have to research about your competitors. You have to research about other products. You have to research about the product you're going to write about. So that is a skill that is very, very important. Let's say you have a business, you're into fashion, and you want to sell your products. You won't just want your product to be the same thing with every other fashion in the market. You want your own to be outstanding. The more it is outstanding, the more it is well packaged, the more people are going to patronize you. So it is by doing your research, you find out what are my opponents doing? What should I do differently that will make my business sell more than every other person that is selling the same thing I'm selling? What will make me have an outstanding copywriting class, or that will make me have an outstanding fashion store, or that will make me have an outstanding social media platform that sells books more than any other person that do the same thing? Okay, any other person that does the same thing. So you have to do your research, know what your competitors are doing, know how to make your own outstanding. So this is a skill that you must learn. So if you're someone that does not like researching, that does not like to be curious, you need to start adapting, okay, those skills. That you need the ability to capture different points of view. What are different people thinking? Don't always have your thoughts alone. Think outside the box. What are people thinking? How do I keep them engaged? How do I captivate them? How do I make my audience listen to me? Always think outside the box. Think of different points. Think from different words, different points of views. So these are the different skills you need as a copywriter, and that is all. And these are things that you can get without money. These are things that you can acquire without money. These are things that you can have if you decide I'm going to have it. I'm just going to be curious. I'm going to start researching more. I'm going to start thinking outside the box. I'm going to start paying attention to detail. So these are things that would help you build your skill, and then you become a better copywriter. And you can do that without any capital. Okay? That is the sweet thing about copywriting, guys. That is the sweet thing about copywriting. So what must you do now to build your skill sets? And I need you to pay attention to this because you need to grow. Okay? Even if you spend 2 weeks in my class learning and you're making money, I wouldn't want to stop there. I want to grow to increase your income. So how are you going to build your skill to grow and to be an effective copywriter? Number one, you must learn, okay? Learning. You must study the basics of copywriting. You must join copywriting sessions like you are already in my own class, which is beautiful. And I'm glad you're here in my circle. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for registering. Thank you all so much for joining my copywriting class. I must say I really appreciate. Okay. Now, the second thing you must always practice is to read your copies and read it out loud. Okay. Whenever you write a copy, read it out loud. There is nothing that provokes people than reading things that are full of errors, things that have mistakes, typographical errors, word construction is poor, poor punctuation. There is nothing that irritates people so much than things like that. So I don't know if it doesn't happen to you, it happens to me. If I'm reading such a beautiful piece online and then I start seeing mistakes in the sentence, it turns me off, and I can just log off from that site and check another site, or check another page, or check another message. So you must learn to read your copy out loud because it helps you see the mistake. So as you're reading it out loud, you're listening to yourself talk, and you're listening to yourself make the mistakes. So you now go back to correct that. This is one of the things that copywriters refuse to do. Like most people do not like doing because they feel it's stressful. They feel is children that is children that should do that. But it has helped me lots of time that after typing very long messages, I just start reading it out loud as I'm reading a novel. So learn to read your copies out loud. It helps to build your skill. It helps you to have a perfect copy as well and make your corrections. Now you have to practice writing different copies. Okay, as you read different materials, you must practice. Practicing is very important as a copywriter. By the time you would have learned the fundamentals of writing a copy, make sure you're writing every single day. Write on your social media platform, write on your WhatsApp, write on your own book, on your journal. Write. The more you write, the more you're building your skill in copywriting. You must learn to write every day. I know it can be difficult, but tell yourself, I must write something every day. You can just wake up in the morning and say, okay, today or this week, I want to focus on convincing people to follow me on my YouTube channel. Okay. So now tell yourself every single day, I must write a copy on my social media platform to tell people about my YouTube channel so they can go and subscribe. Okay. So you make that commitment and every day you're writing. And the more you write, the more your writing becomes better because you won't be worse than you were yesterday if you're writing consistently. You'll definitely be seeing your mistakes. You definitely be laughing at your yesterday. Oh wow, I made this mistake. There's no word like this. There's no word like furnitures. There's no word like you just begin to see the mistakes you make, the typographical error as the day go by, and that way you're beginning to build your skill. So practice writing different copies. Write copies, whether you're being paid for it or you're not being paid for it. I've written several copies several times and nobody paid me for it, but it helped me to build my skill, and I am better at it now because I practiced in the past. So learn to practice writing different copies. Try freelancing as well. Most copywriters start as freelancers, okay? Fiverr, Upwork, freelance platform, all those platforms are there, and you can always engage yourself in any of that. We are definitely going to be talking about freelancing as the class goes on. You're going to learn more about that and how to start. So try freelancing, it helps you to build your skill. Number 5, you have to build an online portfolio. And I really want to beg us, guys, if you want to be a copywriter that makes money, you need to be online. You need to have an online presence. Some of us have dumped a social media platform. How will you get people to know what you do? It's easier for you to sit back in your house and typing online and being present online, and people get to know you and they can trust you, they like you, they just love what you do, and then they pay you for it. Like it's easier. So you need to build an online portfolio, build an online presence. Okay. Write copies and post your copies online. Have a portfolio where we are still going to learn how to build portfolios. Okay. So you get to build that portfolio and you get to put all your work there. So when someone needs you to when someone wants to employ your service, you can have a site where you can send them to and they see your work, the work you've done in the past. Okay. And they get to appreciate you for it and employ you to do the work. So we are still going to learn how to build an online portfolio, but it's a way to build your skill. Okay. All right. So we are entering the next phase of this class, and I want you to understand that your first copy is not going to be perfect. So don't blame yourself if your first copy do not convert. By the time it's so funny, but I mean this is true. Your first copy is not going to might not convert as much as. You should not give up. Okay. You should not give up. Your first copy is not going to be as perfect as you want it to be. You might write a copy for yourself or write a copy for your friend, write a copy for your business, and then it does not lead someone to your site. It does not lead someone to pay. You should not be discouraged. It's not going to be perfect, but as you keep practicing, you become perfect. So this is a GCC course, and in this course, you're going to be doing group work. You're going to be having one-on-one coaching. I'm going to be training us individually. So if beyond what we are learning in class, if you have questions, you can always come to my DM and ask me a question. So this is just, yes, a way to remind us again about the GCC course. So we can advertise it as well and tell our friends. The fourth batch is starting next week. Okay. Like by next week, when we are rounding up, we start registration for the fourth batch. So do well to let people know so they can join as well. This is just a quick information. Now, how do you start monetizing your skill as a copywriter? Now, I need you all to pay attention to this. Please forgive the lightning, okay? The lightning is not so bright, and it's because of the power shortage we're having here for the past 3 days. They've not given us lights, so I've not been able to, get a bigger light setup. I will get that as soon as possible. Where I'm staying here is just a temporal place that I'll be leaving very soon. So just bear with me on the lightning, okay? Subsequently, the lightning will get better because I'll definitely work on it. So how do you start monetizing on your skill? How do you start monetizing your skill rather? How do you start monetizing your copywriting skill? So by the time you have learned copywriting and you've learned how to write your first copy, there are different areas that you can make money from as a copywriter. Okay, so the 10 type of copywriting that will make you the most money, which I want you all to start considering, start choosing the one you'd want to venture into. Okay, one of this, it will make you the most money. Number one is direct response copywriting. And direct response copywriting is a type of copywriting where you're writing just a copy that will bring direct response from people. You're writing a copy that people need to take action immediately. Let's say it's a blog post, or let's say it's a social media post, and you write a copy to sell a handbag. Let's say you're selling a shoe, or you're selling a particular shoe. You just want to focus on that shoe and you want to sell it. Now, a direct response copywriting will involve you writing a copy that will make people take action immediately. You're not sending them to a site, you're not telling them, you're not just giving them information, you're giving them a call to action. Buy this shoe now. That is the call to action. And then every other thing you're writing is to build up to that call to action. So that is a direct response copywriter. You just write for people to take direct action. Now, a website copywriter is a copywriter that writes for websites. I want to start a website, for example, and I call you Amarachi, or I call you Chibeze, and I call you Chibuzo, or Sir Prince, or I call any of you, and I'm like, okay, I want to start up a website. I want to open up a website, and I want it to be a website where people can come and shop shoes, clothes, wristwatch, okay? So, and I need you to help me and write, because I don't know what to write in this website. I need to help me and write a content that will get people to buy, to click and act and buy that product. For example, gg.ng, Amazon, all those sites, all those websites that sell products. It is copywriters that put the words together that will make you look at the product, and then you're so convinced that this product, I need to buy it. I'm so convinced I want to buy it. Okay, it's a good product. So copywriters write those things that you see there. So website copywriting involves writing copy for websites. Okay, any website whatsoever. It can be to sell, can be a blog website. Okay, it can be a website that sells products. It can be a website, for example, Stakecourt has a website, okay, where everything about the affiliate business is in there. It is a copywriter that builds the words in those websites, okay. Other websites that you see, copywriters build the words in those websites. Let's also say someone wants to have a website where he or she, a personal website, okay, about a company or about an organization. They can also employ you to write that copy, to write a copy on the website, write about the organization, write what the organization do, write any information that needs to be on that website, they get to write it. So that is what a website copywriter does, and it makes so much money these days, okay. Email copywriting also makes so much money. People now tend to pay attention to their emails. I mean, almost every time you go online, someone saying, go and check your email, go and check your email, because one day it's assumed that social media might fade away, WhatsApp might fade away, Facebook might fade away, something might just happen and the social media crashes. The only thing that is available that is not social media is email. So email will always stand, email will always be available for people to send and make transactions. So there are email copywriters that just focus on writing emails. Check your email very well. You see that there are many, both spam messages, both promotions, you see them on your email, and they are written, those things are written by copywriters. And if you check if you're someone that pay attention to your email, you see that those messages are strategically written, okay. The headlines are strategically written, all those things are catchy, and by the time you're reading the first line, the second line, you're stuck to it that you don't even want to leave the site again. You want to know what next. They give you that big offer that you just cannot resist and you'd want to click. These are the work of copywriters. They persuade using email. And big organizations use email. Big pharmaceutical companies, they use email. They pay attention to their emails. So many people, many copywriters have learned how to send email to big companies. I'm still going to teach us when we do email copywriting. When we learn how to write email copy, I'm going to teach us how to get access to organization's email. For example, you want to pitch to an organization and you want to send them an email, how to send an email, go to their CEO, how to get the list of their staff. We're going to get into that, and you're going to learn how to do how to write an effective email copy. Okay. But just to throw a little light on that, they have people that are into email copywriting, and that's just all they do. And there's so much money in that area too. Then you also have your blog copywriting, where you just write blog posts. Okay, you're giving a blog post to give an information. Linda Ikeji blog post. Whoever is writing those blogs, there is a copywriter, and the person is doing so well. I mean, her site attracts people a whole lot. Okay. So the likes of Linda Ikeji and the likes of other people that have blog posts, copywriters do write the posts for them. Even this news you read every day, okay, on different blogs, copywriters do write that. That you read a headline and it's so catchy, and you want to know which information are they going to pass. What happened to this girl, or what happened to this celebrity? It is copywriters that do all those catchy things to persuade you to click to come to the site. Because the more you're coming to that site to click, the more they are being paid. Okay. So copywriters do that. Then you also have ad copywriting. In ad copywriting, you're writing an ad. For example, you see ads on Facebook, you see ad on YouTube. That one on YouTube, you used to see it every time. As you open to watch a video, an ad is popping up. On Facebook, you're also seeing ads. On different social media platforms, Instagram, you're seeing ads. Now, it is copywriters that write those ads, okay? They employ a copywriter to write ads so that when people just look at the first few seconds, they are attracted. Okay, there are some ads that the first few seconds you can't resist. You want to know what happened next. I have been in that situation, and I'm like, this is the work of a good copywriter. Okay, so these are what copywriters do. You can write an ad, both video ads, both Facebook ads, just write up, both signboards, both designs, graphic designs. Okay, they employ copywriters. Big organizations employ copywriters to give them the words that should be in the billboards, that will make someone look at the billboard and want to read it and know every information about whatever they are talking about. So these are the work of copywriters, and these ones are the areas that make you so much money. Any of those five, there are others as well. You have your SEO copywriting. Let me lay emphasis on SEO copywriting, because that's also a very important part of copywriting. In SEO copywriting, you're learning how to, SEO means search engine optimization. So you're learning how to use words that will make that site you're writing a copy for to rank high in the search engine. Okay. So for example, if you type, let's say you type copywriting online now, there are some sites that will come up first. You have many pages, page 1, page 2, up to page 20. Some will even have up to page 25 and 30. But there are some that will appear in page 1. Why? Because they have done what we call search engine optimization. Okay, so they've used words, they've used keywords that will make their post to rank in that site. So anyone that types any information or types any question or types anything on that topic they wrote about, their write-up is going to come out in the first page, and it brings more traffic to their site. So there are copywriters that are dedicated to knowing how to optimize people's words and people's posts and making them rank high in the search engine. So that is what they are into. Then you also have your sales page copywriters, and sales pages that sell. Okay, any page at all that sells, both those that want to click a link and register for their class, or go to this website and buy a book, or go to this website, any sales page whatsoever, they are copywriters that are dedicated to doing that. Then you have your video copywriters. Those are write scripts. If you love video, if you love acting, if you're into movies and acting, and you can also learn copywriting and then combine both acting and writing scripts. Okay, so you also get paid for doing that double work. Then you have your UX copywriting and social media copywriting. Time will not permit us to talk about that, but you know what social media copywriting is all about. Then okay, let me lay emphasis on social media copywriting. There are many people that want to employ social media managers to help them grow their audience, to help them grow their social media platform. As a copywriter, you can also step in to do that. Okay, so you can just tell. I had this lady that walked up to me, and then she wanted to grow there. She wanted to have an online presence for her church. Okay, so I had to step in to explain to her what is involved. It's going to entail opening a page for them. It's going to entail writing posts for them. It's going to entail growing their social media platform and getting them an audience, and they get to pay you for it. Okay, so I had to talk a price with her, and then I had to get the job. So basically, it was a temporary one anyway. But basically, these are some of the things that social media copywriters do. People want to build their social media presence so they can get you to just do the work for them. They want to just give you information while you put it up. They want to give you information while you upload it. So they get to pay you, they get to give you information, and you be the one to build their social media platform as a copywriter. Okay, so they get to pay you for that. So there are many job opportunities out there for us, guys. You should not just stay or sit and be idle. So you can find remote works on freelancing platforms like Fiverr, like LinkedIn, Upwork, Freelancer Guru, and people pay hour. These are different freelance sites that you can work on and get money. Then there are also job boards as well that you also get to work as a freelancer and they get to pay you. Now, this is a rundown of what you do as a freelancer. You get a client, you understand what your client wants, you identify the big idea. This number 3 is more like the most important. The most important, and is a skill that every copywriter must learn. You must learn to identify the big idea, because it's going to make the product you're trying to sell stand out. If your product does not stand out, it's not going to generate many more leads. Okay, it's not going to make more money, it's not going to convert. So you must learn to identify the big idea in a product. That is why you do your research. Okay, you do your research, and even before you do your research, you talk with the person that you want to write a copy for. Let the person give you information about their product. You use the information you're getting. Sorry about that. You use the information you're getting to build the copy. Okay, to build the copy. Then you have to do your product research, do your audience research, because you have to relate with your audience. You have to know what your audience wants, and you have to include it in your copy. Now you draft your first copy. This is the pathway to writing a copy as a freelancer. Now pay attention to this, because you have to follow each of the steps in order for you to be effective, in order for you to make your money. Number 1, find a client. Getting a client is one of the hardest things to do, but it can also be one of the easiest things to do. Now, why would I say it is the easiest thing to do? Because many of us in our environment know that people around us don't know what copywriters know. Like they don't know what copywriters do. They don't know we exist. So it can be easy for you to just talk to a friend of yours that has a business. It can be easy for you to talk to small businesses, small retailers, upcoming online businesses, and get to work for them, and they get to pay you. It's even easier to start as you're starting now as a newbie. You get to grow with these companies, and they also get to grow with you, and that can make them retain you and keep you on a salary. Okay, so but it can be hard as a starter to get a client that is going to pay you that big amount of money. Okay, it takes time. They need to get to know you, to like you, to trust you, and then they can pull out their money and pay you. Then for those of us that are into freelancing as well, it can be very hard to also get a client on those different freelancing platforms I talked about. It can be really hard, but I'm going to show some trick on how to build an online portfolio, even when you don't have any experience before, when you've not written much copy, and you still want clients to trust you and then give you the job. Okay, I'm still going to teach us how to do that. So getting a client can be one of the hardest things, and can also be one of the easiest things to do as a copywriter. And we will talk about that. Those of us in my class, is part of what we are going to cover in this curriculum. So then after that, when you get your clients, you must ask your clients questions. Ask your client questions about the product. What's it about this glass that is outstanding? Why did you start selling glasses? Get the story. Story works all the time. Write this down. As a copywriter, you must learn the act of storytelling. Storytelling is very important. Okay, so always get the bigger picture from your clients. What exactly is the reason why you're selling this product? What inspired you to sell this product? Ask them question about their product. Use it and form a story. Story always sells. Okay, story sells all the time. Always check it whenever you're talking to people and then you're just blabbing and blabbing and blabbing. They might get tired, but bring in a story. Everybody comes alive. Okay, so story works all the time. So ask your client for information about their product. Then identify the big idea in the product. What makes their product outstanding? What will make people convinced that their product is the best among the rest? So find out that big idea, do your product research online, find out what people are saying about products. Why is this skincare product not working? What are people's complaints about skincare products? Because sometimes you can bring a skincare product and people are repulsive. Why are they repulsive? Because over the years they've used many skincare products that never works for them. So it's going to be difficult for them to trust another skincare product that's coming their way. So what if you're to write a copy for a skincare product in a place where people have used many skincare products and it never worked? How will you be able to break that barrier? It's when you do your product research, you get to find out what are the problems that people have about skincare products. Why was it? Why did they stop using it? What was the problem they faced? Now you make your own product outstanding. You also do your audience research. Who am I selling to? What are the age bracket that needs this skincare product? Is it the youths? Is it the old women? Is it the young men? Is it the young women? What age bracket needs it? What does this age bracket like? They like something flashy. They like to keep it simple and modest. They like to keep it, elaborate. You do your audience research based on what you want to write on. With all this information you have gathered, you write your first copy. It takes time to actually write a copy, but when you write that copy that converts for your clients, they get to pay you so much money. Okay, they get to pay you so much money. We are still going to come to the part to talk about the business of copywriting, because you have to learn how to charge your clients as well. But that will be a talk for another day. So then after you've drafted your first copy, the next thing you do is to proofread your copy. Now, read your copy out loud. Read it out loud and read it as though you're conversing with someone, as though you're talking to someone, as though you're trying to persuade someone. Or let's say you're trying to persuade your parents to give you your school fees for the first and secondary school. Or you're trying to persuade your husband, if you're married, to accompany you to a place. Read it out loud and see if what you're reading is going to convince you first that is writing it before you can use it to convince somebody else. Proofread your work, read your copy out loud, then check for readability using the FK score. We're still going to talk about that when we talk about the KLT formula. If I forget, please remind me. So the FK score is just going to help you know if it's readable, if it's understandable, if your audience can relate with what you're saying. Is the language relatable? Because if you're talking to highly intellectual clients, you wouldn't have to just talk as an undergraduate. You wouldn't have to talk jargon. You wouldn't have to just use slang. You'd have to use what relates with them. If you're talking to the uneducated, okay, those that are illiterate, you also have to know the language that is going to relate with them. If you're talking to youths, you have to know what the youths are using often these days. You have to keep abreast with the news. You have to know trends, okay? So you have to check what you have written. Does it relate to my audience? Will my audience understand it? Am I speaking the same language that they are speaking? Then after you've gone through all this, you do your second draft. Producing your second draft is correcting all these things. You've noticed that there's a mistake here, there's a mistake there, this word should not be here. Let me find another word for it. Then after that, you produce your second drafts. Then you submit, okay? You submit to your client. That is your first part of submission. You submit, and then they would have to get back to you, okay? They'll get back to you and you take your feedback and go and revise if needed. They might tell you, I don't want this word here. I don't want you to emphasize on the skincare, the fairness part. I want you to emphasize on the natural part. It's a natural product with natural organic ingredients. There are no chemicals, there are no harmful chemicals. I want to emphasize this more. I don't want you to focus on the fairness. So they begin to correct you and tell you what you should focus on and what you should not focus on. So you get their feedback, you revise it, you do your dispute resolution. What are the areas that you don't like in this copy that you want me to correct? It's okay for them to correct you. And most copywriters get it wrong here. Same thing with designers. We do that a lot. Designers, people give us feedback. Oh, I don't like this, I don't like that. And we flare up, and we are angry. That should not be, okay? You should listen to your clients, listen to their complaints. And if you think they are wrong in their complaints, correct them and tell them why what you did is better than what they think you should do. Okay, then you rewrite if there's any need for that, and then you submit, and that is all. Once you submit, the next phase is for you to get paid. You get paid, you rinse your hand, and you repeat the product. Voila, you're done and dusted. These things can be done in 2 hours, can be done in 7 days. Some people use 7 days actually to write a copy, and when it comes out, guys, you need to look at Dan Lok. You need to check out Dan Lok on YouTube. Okay, you see Dan Lok, Alex Catoni. You need to follow these people, guys. You need to follow them. Check out their names and follow them. Okay, these are great copywriters that you're going to learn a lot from. You're going to learn a lot from them. So someone like Dan Lok can just pick up his phone, talk on the phone with a client, and in 5 minutes he has closed a deal that is worth millions. Millions, guys. I mean, I watched him do that once. He recorded it and posted on his social media platform. He did that and he was paid for it. So words, knowing how to persuade people, knowing how to convince people to do anything at any time can generate money for you any day. Okay, so I believe we all like the sound of money entering into our account, and we are out to do this. Personally, I'm out to do this, and I don't know about you, but I'm out to do this. So your roadmap to 7-figure, I'll just go through this quickly. We're already rounding up. It's already 1 hour, so we can call it a night. If you have questions, please quickly drop on the group chat, so we'll take the questions and close. So get your mindset right, guys. Get your mindset right. Everything starts with your mindset. Always believe you can do it. Always believe you're good at what you do. Always believe that you can write something that can persuade people. Always believe you can you've convinced someone in your life to do something before. You've had influence in someone's life before. So it's going to be easy for you to understand the skill and apply it in writing and get people to do what you want them to do, and also to buy a product, make more sales and make more money. Pitch clients on job boards, freelancing platforms, optimize your portfolio site, market your niche expertise. Okay, this is the road to making 7-figure. We'll still spend more time on that when we get to freelancing. Then finding your client, you have to go hunting. This is where you have to, you really have to step out of your boundaries, out of your walls, out of your limitations. You have to go hunting, guys. That's what business is all about. Okay, you can see you have to pay attention to detail. You can see a beautiful product online and know that this product can make more money if this person writes the right thing. This person, I've seen that several times. Oh, come on, I know that this product can go far if we just use the right words to convince people. So you can chat the person up. Guy, I see that you're selling this. I believe more people can actually buy your product than they are buying now. Allow me to write a copy for your product and pay me so amount of money for the copy, or pay me as people click the link from my copy. So you have to go hunting. You have to go to strike a business deal. When you've learned everything you're going to teach you in copywriting class, you still have to go out there and do the work yourself. You have to gather them. You have to play the card well. You have to slay, and you get paid. Okay. So finally, how do I write my first copy? That's where we're going to stop for the night. But before we get into that, guys, do you have any question? Are you with me? Are we together? I want to hear our comment on the comment section. Okay, I want to say something. Did I lose you anywhere? I hope I don't lose. I did not. I wasn't so fast. Had lots of things to say in a very short time. So guys, let me hear your comments in the comment section. Are we together? Did you get what I've been saying? Did I miss you anywhere? Are you following? Let me hear something in the comment section, guys. I know we are here and I want to see us type. It's going to encourage me at this moment. Okay, Lord Charles says he is here with me. Thank you so much. Oh, wow, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you. Great. Awesome. All right, so let's just take the last part of this and we call it a night, and that is, how do you write your first copy? I'm going to be very fast with this because I know we still have, okay, we are done here. Okay, so because I know we might have some questions to ask, so I'm going to be very fast here. How do I write my first copy? All right, so get your pen and paper or get your typewriter ready. First thing you do is your headline. Okay, you need to write your headline. This is just a quick summary that I'm giving for this, because I think on the 6th day or on the 4th day, I think on the 4th day, yes, 4th day of this class, we are going to be dealing with how to write a sales copy in details. Okay, so but this is just a quick overview that I'm going to be giving us here. So the first thing is your headline, and that is the first thing you see in any copy. Your headline. Your headline is the first thing. Now look at this beautiful write-up that is here with us. This is a copy that was in an advert. Okay, it was in a newspaper. It's a copy written by a legend copywriter. And let's look at the headline. He said, "They laughed when I sat down at the piano, but when I started to play." They laughed when I sat down at the piano, but when I started to play. So what happened, guy? I mean, why are you keeping us in suspense? They laughed, okay? Then when I started to play, what happened? There's another one that I wished I posted here too, about a car. Okay, it was an advert for a car. I think Rolls Royce. Yeah, Rolls Royce. I think the headline was, "The loudest noise you will hear in Rolls Royce, something, 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 is the sound of the electric clock." There was a way they put that, but it was very, very catchy. And if you see that, you would definitely want to click it. And the beautiful thing about that is, then there was no car that had, I mean, the best car then had noise. Like, it makes a whole lot of noise. So that was the big idea that Rolls Royce that year used to sell their products. That was what made them to begin to rank as #1 vehicle. They did that because, in as much as there are many things that are similar in their car than in other cars, but they had to identify the big idea. And when I say the big idea, I mean they have to find out what is outstanding, what is different from other people's products, what makes their car outstanding. Okay, so they had to focus on that, and that is what they use to make sales. That is why, guys, you need to find out, when you want to write a copy, find out one thing that stands out in that product compared to other products. It's going to make that product sell. Okay, it's going to make that, either you're finding out the big picture or you're giving an irresistible offer that nobody can turn down. Okay, these are things that you do and you make a product go far. There might be other competing products, but yours will go far because you're imputing a big idea. You're imputing an irresistible offer. Two components you should never miss when you're writing a copy. Okay, so they used that and it made the car begin to rank because people started going for it. I mean, why wouldn't you want a why wouldn't you want a car that does not make noise? Okay, you definitely prefer a car that does not make noise to a car that makes noise. Okay, so that was how they used that to sell, and they just kept selling because, I mean, there was no car available then that was noiseless like the Rolls Royce. So in the same vein, find your headline, and your headline can cover the big picture of that particular product. We are still going to dedicate one of the, I think the 5th day, when we are talking about how to write a sales copy, to discuss how you can write captivating headlines. And I'm going to give you different examples of headlines that you can use to write your copy. Attractive headlines, many of them from my research over time, I've gathered them together, and I'm going to be teaching us different irresistible headlines that you can use to write your copy. So your headline is #1 thing that must be there in your copy. #2 is your subhead. Okay, after you have caught their attention with the headline, what's the next thing you do? Keep their attention glued with the subhead. Okay, keep their attention glued to your copy with the subhead. Okay, now that could be the first 2 sentences, that could be the first 2 phrases, that could be the first paragraph. Okay, but use it to glue them. And one of the things that works for subhead is storytelling. So imagine you give that captivating headline, and then you now start with a story, and maybe you start with that suspensory part of the story that will make them want to read more. 2 people can be writing the same thing, but if you follow this pattern, your own is going to be outstanding. Okay, your own is going to make more mark, and people are going to be glued, listen to you, and read to the end where you are giving them a call to action. Okay, now the third thing is the copy of the body. There are many components in this copy of the body that I'm still going to teach us when we are talking about how to write a copy. Now the next thing is your captions, then the next thing is your blurb, where you're writing your call to action. Call to action is one of the important things that must be there in your copy. Call to action. If you don't give any call to action, then you're not done writing a copy, guys. If there's no call to action in your copy, then you've not really written a copy. You just made a post. Okay, just written something. But call to action defines what? A copy, because you have to call people to do something. You have to, all the gist you've been telling them from your headline to your sub body to your the copy body to the captions to the offer you're going to give them, everything you're listing out there. Why are you listening to that? Why are you writing them? Even including testimonials, because in testimonials are things that should be there in your copy. You're listing all these things out in order to convince people to take an action. Okay, so don't ever finish doing that and then at the end you don't tell them what to do. You don't give them a call to action. You don't give them a something to do. You don't send them to a site. No, you've not actually written a copy if you do that. So don't forget to include your words, your call to action whenever you're writing a copy. So these are the components of a copy. And if you want it then to be an effective advertising copy, have a clear objective. Okay, have a compelling message, have a compelling offer. Evidence should be there as well. Evidence of tangibility, okay, should be there. Have a clearly understood tone. Have a means by which people can respond and get back to you, either clicking a link or sending you a direct message or whatever you want them to do. Just make sure that it is imputed there. Then a call to action should be there as well. Okay, let there's a contact. Okay, get back to me using this contact or send me a message on WhatsApp using this number. Then give them a call to action. Okay, register, sign up now, call in now, whatever you want them to do. Then at least add an image. Okay, picture speaks louder than write-ups. So in our work as copywriters, we don't just write words alone. We use pictures because a picture can speak 1,000 words. I hope I'm right. I believe I am. I know you all know I'm right. Okay. So a picture speaks 1,000 words. It can say many things just in one picture. Like the picture you have here, it's saying a whole lot of things. You're seeing a book, you're seeing hands shaking, you're seeing an envelope, you're seeing the world, you're seeing this game, target on point. So all these things are saying many things, but it's just one picture. So add at least one picture in your copy, whether you're doing an advertisement or you're writing a sales copy, you're writing an email copy, include pictures. They are going to help your copy to go very far. Okay, they're going to help people to also stay glued to your copy. So finally, again, I want to remind you of the GCC class. The 4th batch is starting up next week, but registration is still ongoing. Okay, it's still ongoing, but we are kicking off full registration for 4th batch by next week. Okay, so tell your friends to register. It's currently at 2,800 naira, which is $5. And for this 4th batch, we are going to be taking only 50 students, and then we are done admitting. So I thank you all so much for staying up to the end of this class. Do we have questions? Do we understand everything clearly? Are there things that we did not get right? Zenib, hello, welcome. Glad you're here. Prince, you're still here. That's awesome. Okay. Chibeze said, when you ask the client to pay once people get their product through copy, how do you track the traffic? Let me hope I understand. I understood your question. You say, when you ask a client to pay once people get their products through your copy, how do you track the okay. How do you track the traffic? Okay, that's awesome. So affiliate marketers, that is what they do. Okay, so you're being paid as an affiliate marketer based on who patronizes or who buys the product, you advertise. Okay, and if you check very well, every affiliate site, they always have affiliate pins, like, oh, yeah, how do they call it? They always have coupons. They always have affiliate sites where The affiliate marketer will have his or her own page, open his or her own profile, and see who is buying. Like the data is there, okay? That's for those that are into affiliate marketing. The data is there. You just know who bought. Check out stakecourse.com, okay? It's a very beautiful affiliate platform. So you're going to see everyone that bought the product. You're going to see everyone that clicked based on your coupon. The information is going to be on the site. It depends on which site you're working with, okay? It depends on which organization you're working with. There are some sites that they have those things built in there already. Affiliate marketers that work on Stakeout know that this is a clear thing. You just see it. There is no behind the scene thing that happens. If anyone clicks with your own coupon, if anyone clicks from your own link, because you have your own particular link, that anyone that clicks through it, you will know so and so person clicked your link to buy this product. He or she later bought it, or he or she did not buy it. So the information will be there for you to know who clicked or who bought, and it will also help you to know what percentage that you get, okay, what percentage of the commission you get. So that works very well for affiliate marketers. But depending on the organization you want to work with, okay, depending on the organization you want to write a copy for, both of you, you and the organization have to sit and talk, okay? So you get to decide, am I paying based on the record of those that patronize, or am I being paid based on the copy? Most people prefer to be paid based on the copy. So I write a copy for you, and I tell you this is the amount of money I charge for so and so type of copy. Okay, maybe you can say you charge $10 for a direct response copy. Okay, for a Facebook ad, for whatever you're writing the copy for, you tell them proper and clearly that you are writing that product, you're writing that copy as so amount of money, and they just get to pay you upfront, and you take your money and go. Whatever they generate from the copy is now their personal business. But it gets that copy based on the track record you have had over time. If you've been having a very good track record, and they can see and attest to the fact that you're a good copywriter, and you have actually you have a track record, then they will be willing to strike that kind of business with you. So they get to pay you upfront, and then you go. On sites like Freelancer, Fiverr, Upwork, that's how it works. So they just give an assignment. This is what I want you to write. You write it. Once you're satisfied, they pay you. You go your way. Whatever they do with your copy is not their business. They pay you for what you wrote. Okay. So that is how we can work. But depending on who you want to work with, which site you want to work with, which organization you want to work with, it all depends on you, and also what you're charging and how you want to charge. Okay. So it's always best to build yourself as a brand. If you build yourself as a brand on your social media platform, and people get to know your brand and trust your brand, it's going to be easy for them to strike that kind of deal with you. Okay. So build yourself as a brand, package yourself well. People always love people that are packaged. Okay. Package yourself well, have a brand name. Like we already have GCC. GCC is a brand. Okay. So it's a brand, an upcoming brand, and it's going to make wave. It's going to make so much noise. So build yourself as a brand so that people get to know this brand. They are good at this. You do this. You write health copies. You write social media posts. Whatever you're good at, or whatever niche you're venturing into. So you build your brand in that particular niche. Advertise yourself on your social media platform. People just get to know that this is what you do, and it's easy for them to employ you and pay you for your work. All right. Okay. So Zainab said copywriting is rearranging words to make things sell better. That is good. That is also good. And I like that. Okay. She used the word rearranging, which is beautiful. I mean, sometimes some copies are some things that people actually write about their products or to sell their products are okay, like it's just there. When a copywriter then comes in and does a little switch into the words, you might use the same words, but you even just switch it or rearrange it. The copy looks better, and it converts more. Sometimes it's just the little things that we do as copywriters that make businesses sell. Okay. So I like that definition you gave, rearranging words. You play around with words, you play around with words a lot and use it to convince people. So David said, I am Chukwuebuka. How about someone that has no product to sell, whose aim is to find a work and write an email for companies? Okay. So David, if you've been following from the beginning, or Chukwuebuka rather, if you've been following, you hear when I explain some things, I threw a little light on email copywriting. So I said that when we get to that part where we are focused on email copywriting, I'm still going to teach us how to gather emails, how to pitch to organizations and companies, how to write to them, and how to convince them to employ your services as a copywriter. So we are going to get to that part where we talk about email copywriting, okay? So if you also do not have a product, you definitely can thrive as a copywriter, okay? So there are many freelancing platforms that you can work as a copywriter. And I must say that it is not out of place for you to start with the businesses around you. Like, look around you, you have friends, you have people that are struggling to start. You can work with them and grow with them. Whether or not, most people do not know that they need copywriters in their life. They think that they can thrive. But once you know your what, you can convince someone that this is what I do and it's going to work. I'm going to help you build your business. I'm going to help you make more sales. You can even write a free copy at the beginning. That's what I always teach those of us in GCC 01 and 2. I taught us this, that to start, especially as a newbie, do not just expect to earn when you write your first copy. You can look around you. You don't have a business to promote, but then your friends have businesses to promote. So look around you, ask them, okay, I would want to help you sell this product. What should I know about this product? They give you the information. You go on social media platform, you write, and you see how much powerful your words can convince people to come and buy that product. You might not even charge her for it. You might just charge her and say, okay, just do not pay me. Let me get you 5 clients. If I get you 5 clients, you pay me for 1 client. Like, you give me the full money for 1 client. You can just try. It's a bit you. That's why we're going to teach you marketing. So you know how to even close deals. You know how to bargain with people. You know how to make close wise business deals. You really have to do the work, okay? So you might not have a product, or someone have a product. So aside the freelancing websites, we are still going to teach you how to go to Fiverr, Upwork, establish your profile, and get to work there. We'll get to that. But before that, before you start getting to those platforms, because those platforms can really be tedious. So many persons are there, and it really takes a lot of time for you to keep pitching to get clients. But even before you get to that point, you can utilize the different small businesses around you, okay? Write free copies for them. It will also help you to even build your portfolio for the online platforms. Because when you're going online, when you're going to site like Upwork, there are people that have worked there for years. There are people that are already good at it. So most people tend to employ people with experience. They tend to employ the experts. They tend to employ people that already have a track record. So if you start with the small business around you, you can gather your testimonials from there. It can help to build your portfolio. So you can confidently come and say, I wrote a you can comfortably say, you can comfortably say, I once wrote a copy for so and so business, and they generated 5 figures in 3 days. I mean, that testimonial is enough for someone to know that, wow, your copy made a business earn 5 figures, or let's say 6 figures in 3 days. So that helps you build your portfolio. So you can now put it together in your online portfolio and put it online and put it in Fiverr and Upwork. So they get to really know that your copy works. Okay. So you can start first with the small business around you. If you have your own business, you can start as well. You can use that to practice your skill. But as a beginner, learn to write as many copies as possible, whether or not they are paying you stipend or small money for it. It's one of the things you have to do as you're starting. Don't expect to just write your first copy and you're earning so much. Make sure that your aim at the beginning of your work as a copywriter is to gather more testimonials for your profile, because the more your profile, the more people get to trust you and pay you. So try to gather enough experience, okay? Enough experience, and always put it in your portfolio. Don't forget to, any work you do, go and put in your portfolio. Keep building it that way until you get to the point that level 1 starts paying you, level 2 starts seeing your work, grade 3 up to experts, up to bigger organizations. That way you just keep growing until you hit your jackpot. Okay, so that is it. That can work for you. Another thing that can also work for you if you don't have a product is to you can have a brand. Okay, establish a brand online, let people know that you're a copywriter, and advertise. You know, there are people that just, what they do online is If you want to advertise, you can probably you have an audience online already and you don't have a product. With yourself online, okay, and with the fun you're having, you have gathered enough audience. With that audience, you can actually earn money from them. You can actually start telling them that, okay, I started developing interest in copywriting, I've taken this class in copywriting, share your certificates, okay, I know this. Then you begin to write about this, then you now put hashtag copywriting. So over time, you just get to know that, okay, you have interest in copywriting and this is your writing and so beautiful, and I'm so convinced, I so love your write-ups. And so they can now begin to pay you money to advertise their products on your site. Okay, so they can pay you to advertise their product on your site because of what the audience you have. So there are many ways that we can actually do that. So they can pay you and say, okay, I have this product, I want to advertise it on your website or on your social media platform, and from there people chat you up. Oh, I like this thing you wrote about this product, I would like to buy. So they buy, you send the money to the person that has the product and take the commission or take the profit. Okay, so there are really many ways to do that. But the main thing is for you to learn how to write things that can persuade people, how to write a copy that persuades people. That's the aim of this class, to teach you how to write copies that must persuade people, no matter how tough they are, no matter how hard in their heart is. It will break their hearts, melt their hearts, and attract them to that product. Okay. So, any further question before we call it a night? Tomorrow's class, we are going to be looking at marketing. Guys, I think, sorry about that. I think the light issue is. So tomorrow we are going to be looking at marketing, and we're going to be learning everything about marketing. I'm going to be teaching us how to, close deals, how to buy, how to sell, how to be good in marketing. Sorry, a minute, please. I'll join you shortly. Okay, so I'll be teaching us marketing tomorrow. Do we have any other question? Any further questions? If you have any questions, please you can ask now before we call it a night. Really, the whole life issue today is not so funny, but thank God today's class is a success too. Okay. So do we have any questions? Do we have anything we don't understand? Any more questions before we call it a night? All right, thank you all so much for staying up to this point. Before you all go, I want us to sign out properly. Say something in the comment section. Say hi, hello, I'm still here. Or say hi, I'm Faith, and I've been here with you all along. I want to hear our comments in the comment section before we call it a night. If you've been here with me, say something in the comment section. So far, so good. We've learned a lot, and I really believe that you have grabbed a whole lot, a better understanding of what copywriting is all about. Now, I need you to ask me questions if you have any. Are you confused? Is it still not clear to you what copywriting is all about? Are you still confused how we can make money as a copywriter? Are you still lost anywhere in this? I will need you to say something in the comment section. Tell me something, say something, ask me questions. Let me understand if we are together. And if you understood everything we have been saying, still also say something in the comment section. Bolaji, so good to know that you've been here all along. Wow, that's beautiful. Such a nice name, Bolaji. Wow, so good to know that you're here. That is awesome. Lord Charles said, I am fine. Okay, yeah, I remember the name. I've been here from throughout the class, and I will appreciate if there's a record of the class. All right, that is beautiful. Okay, the class will definitely be available for all students of this class. All right, thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, if I the class The link will be available. I actually wanted to be taking down these videos. I really wanted to be taking down these videos at some point, but with the request of many, I would leave it. Okay, so we can always have a replay later on. So hopefully the class should be available and it will be here for you to replay it. And I mean, I know I said a whole lot of things today. I really wish we could all digest it as fast as possible. So at tomorrow's class, the whole information we're still going to give to us will also be digested as well. So we have 4 days to our first in-course, and I need you all to be ready, guys. You have to be ready for your in-course. The in-course is going to be a practical where you're going to write your first copy. Your first copy is going to be written on the 5th day of this class. So you have 4 more days to go. If there's anything we said in the class today that you did not understand, please, I ask you and I beg you to go back and understand it, because that information is going to help you to write your first copy on Thursday. Okay? So go back to this class, play it again, look at the slides. I brought slides so it to be easy for you to just grab the knowledge as quick as possible because you're looking at it. So look at the slides again, get the information in the slides, note them down, think about it again and imbibe it. You can write it down and ask yourself, how do I begin to use this? How do I begin to practice with this? So that by the time we are having our first in course, it's going to be easy for you because you have all the information stored upstairs. Okay, so I think that would help, but I really need you all to start getting prepared. Okay, yes, it won't be taken down because we have made the request. It's going to be available. Okay, so I really want you to start preparing for that first in course. Anytime I remember that first in course, I'm excited because it's a time for you to earn. Okay, it's a time for you to earn. If you actually listen and learn everything we are teaching, then you must make money from that first in course, from our first in course on the 6th. You must make money from it. So keep paying attention, keep learning, and I think at this point we'll call it a night. In the absence of any other question, we'll call it a night. So make sure you master everything we say in today's class against tomorrow, because tomorrow we are entering into marketing. Okay, and like I promised us, we'll try to cover as much as we should cover. There are 2 things that we did not cover in today's class: the do's and the don'ts. We didn't deal with the do's and the don'ts, yes, and we didn't deal with finding your niche. I don't know if we still want to take that. Okay, let me hear also something in the comment section. I'm still up and available to take that part of the class. If you want us to take these 2 topics that we're supposed to take today, if you want us to take it before we go, say something in the comment section. But if you want us to call it a night and adjourn and continue tomorrow, say something in the comment section. So I know time has gone. I was really saying a whole lot of things. I was trying to be fast, but then time still went. I really hope the whole lot of information I gave you would make sense to you, like you would understand it and digest it. I hope I'm not giving us too much in one day. I really hope I'm not giving us too much in one day. I believe we are smart students. I mean, we are geniuses, so all this information are in there. Okay, so someone said we should adjoin. All right. Let me have a second there. If a second person says adjoin, then we will adjoin. If someone says we should take it in 15 minutes, I can run through it in 15 minutes and we would go. But let me hear a second opinion. Should we adjoin or should we take these other topics in 15 minutes? Okay. If you want me to take it in 15 minutes, say 15 minutes. If you don't want us to take it, say adjoin. Let me hear a second person say something. Let's be fast. I can take it in 15 minutes and at the same time we can adjoin. So which one do you want us to do? First, know the do's and the don'ts of copywriting, what you should do, what you should not do. Then also the okay. So second option says adjoin. So we'll adjoin it and we'll call it a night at this point. Thank you all for staying up to this point. Says adjoin. All right, that's perfect. So if okay, tomorrow, that's fine. So if at the long run you get a question or you listen to the class again and then there's a part you don't understand, then do well to still ask me. You can ask the question here, you can ask the question on the group chat. For those of us in my class, you can ask the question on the group chat. If peradventure you're not in my class, which I doubt, believe everybody here registered for the GCC class. But if peradventure you did not register for the GCC class and you're here, I don't know how that would have been possible, but if at all you're here, please do well to register for the GCC class so you can join the inner circles of those learning. Just send GCC to 07066833373 to register. And voila, you pay your 1,000 naira. Actually, it's 2,800 naira. But for today, for tonight, because of this first class, it will still be at 1,000 naira. This is the last time I'm doing this. It's never going to come down at this price again. So you just quickly register and then you will join the class. Okay. All right. So far so good. We've done a lot tonight. We'll call it a night here and we'll converge tomorrow 8 p.m. The link will be available. Don't miss the class. Listen to this class again and begin to prepare yourself for the first in-course test. Thank you all so much, and I hope we have a wonderful night. God bless us abundantly. All right, I'll see us tomorrow. Bye, you all. Bye. Good night, everybody. Congratulations again on your matriculation, guys. You're all welcome to GCC class. You are all welcome to GCC class. Okay. So we'll call it a night here. Thank you all so much.